Hello, and welcome back to another episode of POMODEV. It's been a while since I recorded an episode, or even developed in general. Not only because I've been very busy in this week, but also because, I didn't really have the energy or the mindset to go through developing this week. Maybe because I was too tired from life in general. But anyway, the main problem is I may forgot half of the stuff I learned in the other episode. I went to look to the previous videos just to remember what I was looking the last episode. But no matter. We will resume from where we left the last time. So here we go. So we had to look to the last part of this document here, so custom signals, which I already skimmed a little, but basically we can define signals inside our nodes, so custom signals like these. In this case, a signal called health depleted, and this signal then appears in the node section here. So if I try like to call signal test, now if I go here, yeah, I should see that I have another signal called test. So what does this custom signal do? At some point in the script I can emit the signal, and these will be going to emit the signal and can then be received from other part of the script and other nodes as well. And the signal can optionally also declare some arguments here. Okay. The signal arguments show up in the editor's node doc, and Godot can use them to generate callback functions for you. However, you can still emit any number of arguments while you emit signals. So it's up to you to emit the correct value. Okay. Editor knows doc. To emit values along the signal, add them as an extra argument to the emit. Okay. Simple enough. And that was the whole signal the whole custom signal part and the end of the signal chapter. So let's just summarize what we did also in the last episode. So any node in Godot can emit signals while something specific happens to them, like a button being pressed or other stuff. Signals have many uses. I mean, you can inform other nodes to do something. An array 2D representing a coin emit a body enter signal whenever the player physics body enters in collision shape, allowing you to know when the player collected it. In the next section, your first 2D game, you'll create a complete 2D game and put everything you learned so far into practice. Now, I was thinking before going through, the section your first 2D game, I was going to see if I can use all the knowledge I've gathered in these episodes through the documentation and see if I can get something working already here. So let's make maybe it's better to do another scene. So let me add here, let's see. Let's create another 2D. And how do I create? Oh, Control S. No. How did I create a scene? There was a way. Instantiate child scene. A scene file as a node. No, this is to import. I want to make a scene. Save branch as scene. Let's call it player. Okay, now this should be as seen as. Okay. Now I can remove it from here. And let's just call it layer. And let's add again the sprite 2D. So sprite 2D. And then we put here our ship texture. And here it is. So now I want to move this. Does this move the position of the sprite as well? Well, I will leave it here. I don't need to move it. But now I can insert a script here, but I don't need to insert a script because I already have this script here. And we have what we have written before. Now here I can just delete this as well, and I can just instantiate a player scene. So now I have a player with. Okay, I didn't save it, that's why. I have my player here, and I can do all the scripting here. So let's keep this in another file. Let me just copy this into a notepad and delete it as well. So I've learned something in my research, offline research, is that the function init, basically the difference between the init function and the ready function is that the init function is for when a class is instantiated. So it's mainly related to classes in specific. And while the function ready is for when the node is ready. So not the class but the node. And this includes loading all the child nodes. So for what I need to do, it's better, as I have understood, it's better to use the ready function instead of the init function. Just something I wanted to log in this video. So we have to add gravity to our player. Also, our player at the moment is a no 2D type, but I really should making this a, how is it called? Character body 2D, I think. Because this node has no shape. Yeah, I know. Doesn't need to have a shape for at the moment. So with this I can have all the collision detection for the main game. And we need to do that. We need to make sure that our player can fall. So we add a process or physics process. Well, I don't need complex physics, I just need collision detection, so I think process can work as well. And I need const gravity. Let's start with 150. Let's see if that is enough. So we take the player. I think it has velocity. So character body 2D. What properties do you have? Velocity, and it is a vector. So let's just test making the velocity equals to vector 2 down. No, if it is down, it's already like this. Velocity not declared in current scope, but it does, isn't it a property of the character body? It should be. So why are you saying? What if I do like this? What did we do before? Let me just go back to the here. I mean, we had velocity before. It's not something. Position. So you have position. Let's just do a test. Position plus 1 times delta. Let's see what happens. Script inherits from native type sprite to the. Oh yeah, I didn't change this. Body 2D. Now I think it has velocity. Velocity equals no plus 1. Velocity y equals 1 times delta. Okay, nothing happens. So let's try position y equals 1 times delta. Okay, it moves. So now I need to remember how gravity works. So we have, let's try function ready. Let's just do pass here. Moving when pressing up. And the funny thing is that I was able to do it before. Even after a week or more not touching the engine, I forgot everything. So how does gravity works? So I should take a speed. So that was velocity was 4. It's not something that he has here. So let me get this straight. All speed equals 0. And then we have a constant. Let's start with 50. At every frame we want the full speed to add up gravity times delta, and then this will be the full speed. Okay, let's try. Okay. It seems to work. Maybe it's too much steps, but let's just do 10. Okay. So basically I can just do like this. Let's just do it like this. And if input is action just pressed, and we put oh, I need to do the action here. So project settings, input map. Let's just delete this and let's make a new action called jump. And this action is connected, let's say, to the space button. Okay. So now jump. If input is action just pressed, I can just make the full speed equals to minus 50. What? Oh, okay, I think it was too much. Let's make it 10. Okay, it's still very too much. Okay, 1, 5. I mean, it's working. It's too much floaty for my taste. But maybe I can now adjust the gravity. Okay, now it falls too much. Let's reset the gravity to 10 and let's make the fall speed minus 3. Okay, it seems to work. Okay, we have the jump function. Yeah. Even though these numbers I kinda find it very low, but I mean probably I'm doing something wrong here, so because I'm already multiplying by delta. What if I multiply this by delta? Now the jump speed is atrocious. just doesn't work. Now it goes very little up. Okay, not too much. Let's make 150. 200. $175. Okay, it's kinda working. It kinda has the feeling that I have made in the my first version of the game. Okay, I may retouch this, but let's just make it rust. Jump. Course. Okay. Now I have my controls. So what I need to do is make an obstacle. Now my game did have procedurally generated obstacles, and I basically like wrote the lines. But since this engine here has another approach to that, I think I will need to change the aesthetics of my obstacles. So let's go back to this main menu. I mean, I don't need to. I can just let me go back to my game. Here. Okay, so basically the obstacles are big rectangles. Let me just measure that. So this obstacle here should be... Oh man. This has been scaled 4 times. So it should be... It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be 8 pixels wide. And if I'm not mistaken, this should be 4. And this should be 4 as well. So it's 128 of height, minus 8, 120. And the obstacle is 8 pixels wide. If I make a big rectangle 120 pixels height, I should be able to cover the whole thing. Now I can't measure how much. I mean, I could do this. Man, I really should change the program from MS Paint to something else. Can I rotate it? I mean, this MS Paint. So I believe this gap here by eye seems to be 48 pixels height or 32, one of the two. Okay, so does it gives any measurement? Okay, nice. So if this is all 4 times, now I will finish, just a second. If this is 4 times the size, if I take this and 282. It's about 70. 1, 2, 3. No, this is 6 times. So 47. Okay, this is a 48 pixel gap. That was I wanted to know. All right. Now I will have to end this episode here, but I'm on the right track. So I was able to implement gravity, and I will have now to make the obstacles and having to deal with all the collision stuff that I'm not used to. It will be fun. Now, that's it for today. Let me know any suggestions in the comments. And as always, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.